Christ compels you! The power of Christ compels you!
We cannot talk about the horror genre without touching on The Exorcist. It's impossible to forget this classic, even as today it still continues to impact many who saw the film. Now, this film is just downright iconic, and it has many iconic clips and scenes that will never be forgotten. Everything from Regan levitating up from the bed while being exorcised by Father Merrin and Father Karras, to the rotation of her head. I mean, these are just great scenes.
I know, right? I know.
However, they're not the only things that make this movie amazing, because there are many hidden messages in this film that have gone unnoticed for far too long. And that's why we feel it is our special duty here at PatrolClip to bring these to your attention. With that said, welcome back to PatrolClip fans, and remember, we've got other hidden message videos for other iconic movies, so make sure you check those out as well. And if you haven't done so, please subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell to stay up to date on all things PatrolClip in the future. But above all, you should definitely subscribe, because we are most likely going to have a part 2 on these hidden messages, simply because the movie is just that chock full of them. And it's pretty likely you didn't see them, or at least no one ever brought them to your attention. Oh, and before we begin, I would like to invite you to come and visit the page of Fiverr in the description of this video below, where you can find all the services you need to develop your own videos. Alright, with no further ado, here we go!
The Ouija Board.
Incredibly, in just a few minutes after the start of the film, we get to see where Father Merrin is in full excavation to find a group of artifacts. If you look closely, though, there's a very particular one. Yeah, apparently the ancient Egyptians had already developed a particular game that we now know as Ouija. And that's kind of strange, because later on we'll get to see the Ouija board presented in one of the scenes with Regan and her mother. Man, who knew they had such good times back then?
The symbol of Ka.
Not long after the last scene, we get to see Father Merrin sitting and having a drink of tea on a fairly busy street, and suddenly, we see a young man pass by with a sign that shows an advertisement with a figure of an Egyptian red man, standing with open arms. Now, in ancient Egyptian symbolism, open arms represents the inner spiritual strength, as well as the inner strength of those who survived death, including spirits and ghosts. Yeah, you see where we're going with that? Already, right off the bat, it's pretty clear that the Father's about to face a spiritual battle.
The One-Eyed.
According to a book titled The History of Magic and Popular Superstition, the morning time can be critical to some superstitions. In our case here, Father Merrin comes face to face with a one-eyed man, specifically in the morning time. Well, the book clearly states that this is a bad omen. Also, if you were to thumb through a book entitled Thousand Nights, it clearly specifies that an encounter in the morning can make the difference between good and evil during the day. And if you cross-reference that with Arab culture, where they believe meeting a one-eyed man is pretty bad luck.
Fatalities. There were some fatalities.
Fatalities.
Okay, no, that was good. That was good.
Well, Father, I don't know. Maybe you just didn't see that one coming. Sorry.
The inverted cross.
I'm sure you probably never saw inverted crosses in The Exorcist, right? Yeah, right. Now, that's a pretty typical thing in these genre films. Inverted crosses are just everywhere, okay? But if you look carefully and closely, you for sure absolutely missed this one. We all know that inverted crosses are a definite sign of demonic presence that would be entering this house. Now, did you see it? What is that? Right there, right there. Could that be a simple scratch? Or, maybe a little doodle? I don't know. We'll leave that to your imagination. Go ahead and let us know in the comments below.
The car again.
So we've already now determined that even from the beginning of this film, it's just crazy how much of a mixture there is between the spiritual world and the Arab world. Now in this scene here, there appears to be a symbol on a post, or perhaps something of the occult. Either way, it seems relevant to this scene. Now this symbol means the pronunciation of Ka in the Arabic code. But wait, didn't we see this symbol before? I mean, if it's just my imagination, please let me know. Of course, if we're right about this, that message is pretty clear. And a spiritual force will be needed to overcome what's going to happen later.
What is it?
Discouragement.
Now, we all know that when we think of evil, there's always discouragement.
He's a liar. The demon is a liar. He will like to confuse us, mix lies with the truth to attack us.
Words of discouragement. This is a way to bring down your soul. Make you become desperate.
Let's rest before we start again.
That's the strategy, man. In the scene where Father Karras returns to his house, we can clearly see this message precisely at the entrance. Right before we see the symbol of peace, we're brought right here to a feeling of discouragement, so perhaps that peace is going to be renounced right out the door. Damn it.
Wings.
Now, there's a lot of mysticism regarding the images of wings, or bodies with wings, such as angels or other celestial beings, and that includes winged animals. In ancient Egypt, wings represented the protection of the gods. For Christians, wings represent the intelligence given to man by God under the shadow of the protecting wings, for a total protection, in other words. Now, what's even more incredible is that we see this symbol twice in this scene, and we don't even know why. Perhaps it could have something to do with maybe double protection. Who knows? It is evident, though, that in Dr. Klein's office, where they're talking with Reagan's mother, he closes the door and these strange marks or spots appear in the shape of wings. Now, do you suppose that they might have been left there by some poster glue on accident and got ripped off or something? Hey, what do you think? Let us know in those comments below. We hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and please, if you see some other hidden messages, leave those in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell to continue receiving everything from PatrolClip in the future.
And until next time.